My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 18, 2025. It is 3:50 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1 is on PYTE, where I talk about Harry's polo match in Aspen. So go check it out. And if you want to see the videos, some of the videos that I came across freely without any interruption, go on our Port of Pew service. So for this video, we're going to focus on Miss Doria. Some of them have already been posted on my community board. Some stuff regarding Prince Harry lawsuit and Netflix type of topics. So let's go on X. First tweet. Alright, so this I posted on my community board the moment that I saw it. And I thought some of us who might have issues or questions regarding what GB News did to Miss Doria. So I'm assuming when I share things on that I find on X, and like some of you are not on X, I thought I shared them with you. So that doesn't mean I agree with these things, okay? I'm not a lawyer, so maybe that's what I should have put on my caption when I posted it. So I'm assuming whoever's posting that have more knowledge about the procedures that can be taken if Miss Doria were to sue GB News, okay? I do not know. All right. Miss Doria deserved more than apology because Fire Carol Malone willfully lied and then give a damn. Saying Miss Doria must sue ignores the fact that maybe there is no need for a lawsuit. I hope Miss Doria got a resolution she deserved. All right, so let's go into that. Okay. But lawsuit is the final option in the defamation claim because the courts don't want cases that could be settled clogging up the docket. 1. In the US and the UK, you have to file a pre-suit notice with a media defendant before you can sue. APTS want her defamation claim, but the jury said the defendant is media, so the judge tossed the claim because APTS didn't file a notice before suing. Okay? So there must be some steps that needs to be taken before they file, I'm assuming. Okay? 2. We learned from the Sussex Sparks that GBB didn't voluntarily make Carol Malone read her apology. They received a notice. 3. The purpose of the letter is to avoid a lawsuit. That's what I thought too, but who knows. 4. The letter lays out the claim and the remedy, which could be retraction, apology, and or damages, etc. 5. We know Miss Doria got an apology. 6. If Miss Doria also asked for damages and got that, then there is no claim for a lawsuit. Case closed and they can keep the settlement confidential. Okay, so that part we do not know. Okay, 7. If Miss Doria also asked for damages and then get it, then she has a claim and could sue for damages. Okay, so some of these can be done privately. Okay, the first thing that we got is the public apology, which they did the video and then take it down within 24 hours. Now, was there any damages? We do not know. So if that goes to court, that's because they probably did not get a damage, a settlement, some sort of a financial backing along with the apology. So this we will never know. Unless if it goes to court, that might give us an idea that the GB News did not do some sort of a settlement. That's what I'm assuming. Okay, so they did the apology and then they quickly took it down. But if there was any exchange of funds due to damages, we don't know. And we may never know if the Sussexes or both parties than say it publicly. All right? Because one thing I realized, especially with Meghan's case, with the when they print her letter, she said it in her, I think in the Netflix docuseries, where she said, if they did the apology and said they were wrong, they accept they were wrong, and that will be it, and she'll be done. Okay? This is what she wanted. But the papers went further than that. And this is the extra step that the paper went and did. That's why Meghan had to call them to court. So I don't think the Sussexes want to go to court. I really don't think so, but many of us wish they could. So they got the apology. The thing we do not know is if they get some sort of monetary kind of part along with the public apology. We do not know. Okay? So this is the last part. We don't know if Miss Doria isn't doing anything because she got number 6 or is deciding if she should do number 7. All right? So she got that. She voted in Greene and the damages. So if she doesn't go to court or something like that, maybe she already got the money. She doesn't need to make it public. All right, when Princess Meghan sued the FEL, it was because the FEL got number 4. What was number 4? The letter lays out the claim and the remedy, which could be retraction, apology, and or damages, etc. Okay? And refused negotiation. Okay? They probably had the palace assuring them she won't sue until she, number 7, their ass. She sued their butt. All right? That's that part. All right, Meghan sort of explained it in her docuseries. Let's see some of the oh, there's no comment. All right, so I'm assuming this person knows. Okay. Brazen Hussy, freedom, happiness, clarity. Okay, let's put allegedly. I do not know. But it seems to make sense to me. All right, let's go to the next tweet. That's a video. There will be a screenshot. I think that's the one, right? Talking about Prince Harry. Oh, no. That should have been on the other one, but that's okay. Alright, toxic British press. Prince Harry is isolated, unhappy, and has no friend in America. Real life. Okay, she retweeted that. Prince Harry pictured with Paul Rene, OBE, British Counsel General, and Andrew Lewis, President of the British American Business Council, Los Angeles, at their Christmas luncheon earlier this month. Alright, so that they are here. Harry's doing his thing, having fun. You still keep in touch with the Brits. I love it. Bravo, Prince Harry. What's it? I don't know what this stands for. We'll be furious about this, as the narrative is every British is against Prince Harry and US. This is why I feel secure about Harry and Meghan and don't tweet as much. I only joined the dragging over the Thomas Markle, I guess. Kawasiji. I'm not sure. Too many abbreviation. I don't know. Baiting to Meghan Markle and CM lies about DR. Otherwise, I know Harry and Meghan have got it. Okay? What Meghan said in her special about Christmas crackers. Alright, next tweet. Oh, the Christmas crackers thing here. Let's see. Can I see it bigger? Not really. There they are here. Alright, next tweet. Okay, let's pause. This is what I thought that was next. Okay, it's Davis versus Goliath. Next month, Prince Harry, along with other high-profile figures, will take on the Daily Mail newspaper amid claims it used unlawful methods to gather private information about them. Channel 4 Dispatch examine what's been happening behind the headlines. Okay, so let's listen to that. There'll be a screenshot, but just listen, okay?
Prince Harry's case against Britain's biggest newspaper is in the High Court next month.
It's really a titanic struggle between two powerful segments in our society.
Determined to hold the press to account following the hounding of him, his wife and his mother. Prince Harry is now going head-to-head with the Mail. But the case is based in part on the word and the work of self-confessed hackers and criminals. And as a key witness says his statement has been forged, is the case now on a knife edge?
This is potentially one of the biggest court cases that will occur in 2026, and therefore a huge story.
The trial could mark a watershed moment in British legal and public life.
The question that hangs over this is how much is about suing over potential unlawful things that went on many years ago, and how much of it is coming from a sort of crusade against the press. Whichever way it goes, it's going to be a nonsense and never going to end.
So where does all this leave us? After months of claims and counterclaims, the judge now has a tough call. It's down to him to cut through it all. Prince Harry versus one of the country's biggest newspaper groups. Whatever the ruling, it's set to send shockwaves through the palace, the press, and the public.
All right, so there's the music. All right, stream now. Dispatches, the Prince versus the paper, Harry hacking, and the mail. Name every claimant, not just Harry. Others deserve the same attention you give Harry and all of this. That is true. There's more than one person, more than Harry. Okay, a tax on all their houses. All right, next tweet. And what Harry is doing here, and the others, it also will help many people in the UK. All right, so let's listen to this. The media is solely complicit in allowing this behavior to continue. I still think I should apply for a White House press credential. I've been highlighting many of these things in some of my videos. It started in the UK, transfer over here. Murdoch have been doing its thing with Fox News, and then once, I guess the 2016, it just went full throttle, and now it seems like it's almost out of control. The majority of people who's fighting back are mostly African American, and some very little patch here and there of white American who truly care about the freedom that America stands for. Like, what's this guy? Not this guy, the channel, YouTube channel, Midas Touch, you know, the three brothers who's doing the pushback that major network should have been doing. Okay, I think they are lawyers. I'm not sure. I think one or two of them, could be all of them, who are lawyers, who's taking care of that channel. So there are some people who's doing the pushback, but so many people are so lost. They're easily influenced by the glittery stuff, the material stuff.
So that I may talk, squirrel.
Material stuff instead of focusing on substance. But anyway, let's listen to this. It's almost 2 minutes. There'll be screenshot, okay?
He's calling female reporters piggy and stupid and dumb and insubordinate. And to your point, I asked this yesterday, like, why don't people en masse say, I don't think that's cool, and walk out? Because he would lose his mind if the press stopped.
Wait a minute, let me explain something.
Before she continue with her point. Some people in the UK, if you remember, Bojo, when he started, the first time I came across him, I didn't know who he was, okay? I think it was the Olympic. He come out looking all disheveled, and the suit that he wore, I'm like, my God. But the thing is that he tried to, like a clown, laughing about things, and so people don't take him seriously, okay? But he was getting things done. I'm talking about the UK, the former prime minister. However, while he's looking all foolish like a clown in front of everybody, okay, but the real thing was behind the scene, meeting with KGBs, former KGBs, doing all sort of that. Who knows what he spoke about? Okay, what happened with the during COVID? Okay, this is how they present themselves, like a fool. You don't take them seriously. People are laughing, and then their buddies who know the full plan, backing them up, saying nonsense on the tabloid to influence other people to help them make noise.
So that I may talk, squirrel.
Trump did the same thing. He came down the escalator, pretend he's that serious person. He's gonna drain the swamp and do all of this, making fun of there was, before he became president, before 2016, he was somewhere, and he I think there was a reporter who was disabled. Okay, he mocked that disabled reporter. People were laughing. They didn't hold him accountable for that. Okay? Even before that, he started with Rosie O'Donnell. Okay? At first, he even got me. When his things with O'Donnell started, that was a couple years ago. I don't even think I had kids at that time. Okay, I started laughing about it. Then when he keep on going on and on, I was like, wait a second. He didn't have to go that far. When O'Donnell ignored him and she was moving on with her life and he continued, that's when the light bulb went on with me. I was like, he didn't have to. So I blame myself for that. Okay, so they start like being a clown, make you laugh. And then once they, to insert themselves into the political system to get what they want. The amount of damage that Trump has done to the United States, I actually was responded to someone, I think one of my videos I did yesterday where I was somewhat giving excuse about, what's his name? Meghan's father. And the response, I'm just paraphrasing, says something because I was using Meghan's father's age as a form of, for my defense, whatever I was saying. And the person said, okay, if you're saying that about Thomas Markle's age, so you will say the same thing with Trump. And I said, in a way, I really hate the royal rats, but there's a form of manipulation that went on. You know what? Let me go look for it instead of me trying to. Hold on. I'm going to come back. You know what? Let's finish this. While it's playing, I will look for the video that I'm talking about. I mean, my comment. Let's listen.
To you. I don't understand how...
I'm sorry. Let me start all over. Okay? Because I stop and says too much. Let's listen.
He's calling female reporters piggy and stupid and dumb and insubordinate. And to your point, I asked this yesterday, like, why don't people en masse say, I don't think that's cool, and walk out? Because he would lose his mind if the press stopped.
Wait a minute. Let me explain something to you. I don't understand how these people let that... I don't mean no harm. If he would have said, shut up, picking to me, I'd have been like, you fat yourself, you stinking bastard. You wouldn't be able to talk to me like that. Who you calling piggy, you fat? Horse you walked in on. I mean, like, how are y'all not losing your shit like that? He called a woman piggy. If Obama did that, Biden did that, they
lose their mind. Look, I think
they would have dragged Obama out to the yard and executed him right there with some of the stuff that he does.
And I'm not about myself. Like, I'm watching this happen and I don't say anything. Like, at some point, we are all part of the problem.
Yes, oh my goodness gracious. Nikki, what we gonna do? When I go someplace and people tell me, you should run for president, I said, listen, this is the problem with that theory. No fucking celebrity should be a damn president. People who are in politics should do the political shit. I would be just as bad as Trump. I'm gonna shut down a city if a dude don't text me back. Detroit don't get shit until Tyrone texts me back. Like, I'm just as ridiculous.
I'd like to see that.
I would make ghosting illegal. You can't ghost me. I'm a ghostbuster. I'm gonna find your ass.
Okay, I'm looking for it while I was listening to this. I still don't see it. Let me pause for a second. This is what I was looking at. All of the comments. I don't see it. I was doing it on my phone. But anyway, let me pause for a second. Okay, I'm wasting too much time. I can't find it. So where was I? This one. Okay, well, welcome to the British media model. Americans were not paying attention when the Murdoch, the Will Lewis were taking over. Americans were in La La Land Thinking, quote, this will never happen here in the land of the free USA. The UK sent 2 former prime ministers, 1 MP, and an influencer to the RNC. I can't write anymore. But anyway, so that's that. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet, and it's focused on Netflix. If when I'm editing this video and I come across the comment that I was making reference to, I'll try my best to insert it somehow. Okay, so we are into the Netflix kind of discussion. Okay, the Warner Brothers Discovery Board says, quote, the terms of the Netflix merger are superior, end quote, formally rejecting Paramount Skydance unsolicited $30 per share takeover bid. For Paramount's hostile offer to advance, it will need approval from both WBD's board and shareholders unless it can secure at least 90% of the outstanding WBD shares. There's a link about that. Okay? Let me see how long. It's a decent read. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to read. Okay? Let me see some of the comments here. Okay, Netflix about to win the game of Monopoly. How Netflix just did a conservative who thought they control Hollywood. Let's pause that too. Some stories need a big screen, not a pause button. Netflix gonna kill the big screen experience. Stop. David right now. There's that. Netflix, after knowing Warner Brothers rejected Paramount's offer, be like, that was a... I mentioned it to my husband yesterday. And I was like, you see, Netflix is about to, get all the other streaming services and stuff like that. And I know it's not final. It's not final yet. But it seems like the Sussexes and myself, my household, is on the right side. If they don't win it, hey, at least they try. Boycott Warner now for me. No longer buying physical media on paying cinema tickets. Netflix wins, everyone loses. I don't know. One thing for sure though, this is something I have said before. If it's getting too expensive, we're gonna drop Netflix, okay? All right, next tweet. Okay, as the future of the studio hangs in the balance, Warner Brothers Discovery and Netflix leaders put on a show of force Wednesday afternoon when Netflix brass paid a visit to the Warner Brothers lot in Burbank, where WBD Chief Executive David Zaslav gave them a guided tour. All right, let's look at this picture. There they are here. Okay, there's a link of the article. If you guys care, I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. This one is a shorter read, okay? But I don't want to make this video too long to read it, okay? Interesting power play. What deals are brewing behind the scene? Why does he look like he's about to sell them an RV? Rich people are ugly AF. Oh my God. But I hope the merger goes well. Towards a distraction, everyone knows the deal's doomed. 2025 and these clowns are wearing running shoes and jeans. This is the thing here. Young people are looking at the flashy thing. Meanwhile, rich people are saving their money and they just cover themselves with what they feel comfortable. They love parading Netflix bosses around the lot like it's already sold. Desperate PR stunt while Paramount fights for real competition. This monopoly merger will kill creative and jack up prices for everyone. That's the part I'm a little bit afraid about, that how it's gonna affect my pocket. But other than that, I'm just happy for the Sussexes. That's all. Remember when Harry and Meghan were doing their things? One thing I have said is that they need their own. Because you know who's trying to sabotage their work. So who knows? There might be some deals. Once whatever deal they have now with Netflix, which is brand new, because they renew it. So the next time they renew their partnership again. I'm talking about the Sussexes and Netflix. So if Netflix buy the WBD merger goes well, at least there'll be something in there for them. They could include something. They, meaning Harry and Meghan, could include something with Netflix, to improve based on whatever's happening with with Netflix and WBD with the merger. All right, next tweet. Okay, that's another Variety thing too. I'm not gonna read it. All of the links of those articles will be in the description. Okay. The Oscars are leaving ABC and moving to YouTube beginning 2029. Oh, I thought it would be like next year or something. Quote, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and YouTube signed a multi-year deal that will give YouTube the exclusive global rights to the Oscars beginning in 2029 with the 101 Oscar ceremony and running through 2033, reads a statement. The Oscars, including red carpet coverage, behind-the-scene content, governor's ball access, and more, will be available live for free to over 2 billion viewers around the world on YouTube and to YouTube TV subscribers in the United States. All right, so that's that. Finally, after a century of cinematic excellence, the Oscars have decided to upgrade from cable TV archaeology to don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Next step, Best Picture announced after a 15-second unskippable advertisement. Yeah, they're gonna force you to watch the advertisement. Yep. I love movies and have YouTube TV, but you have to pay me a decent amount of money to watch the Oscars. I mean, that's your choice. That's the thing here. The only choice you don't have is this part here, the 15-second unskippable advertisement. So probably for these advertisements during the Oscars when you're watching on YouTube, those advertisements gonna be very expensive. This is where YouTube is making their money. And I remember when YouTube first started, it's the young people who made it popular. Okay, you see different, they're making different little skits and influencers, fitness influencers. They started making things, and then a lot of people gravitate toward YouTube, and then those business people come and take over. Go back to some of my old videos. I have said this before. Because a lot of people are not paying for cable, like myself. I've been telling you that. I don't have cable. It was too expensive. Even though when you watch the Oscars, it's on ABC, but you don't need cable. If you have those antennas to be able to watch the ABC for free, you'll be able to watch it. But majority of things are digital. They transfer to those type of digital things. Anyway, next tweet. Now, I think I'm done with Variety and Netflix, this type of things. Next tweet. Now, why have Sky News turned off comments on this post about another royal aristocratic reprobate, yet leave them open for toxic bullying when it comes to anything to do with the Sussexes? By the way, Kyle Malone, this is a blue blood with an actual arrest. Fact not made up. All right. So the comments were closed. She retweeted that, and there was one comment says here, hypocrites. That's from the Squaddy, whoever posted this. Now I'm going to the Sky News. Let's pause. Okay, breaking. The Duke of Marlborough, formerly known as Jamie Blandford, has been charged with intentional strangulation. Okay, let's listen to that. It's 43 seconds. There is no comment. And I have one more after that.
And we do have some new breaking news now. It's coming from Thames Valley Police and their investigation into the Duke of Marlborough. They're saying that he's been charged with intentional strangulation offences. So this is Charles James Spencer Churchill. He's 70 years old. And he is being charged on 3 counts of intentional strangulation. The charges happened on the 13th of November, the 29th of January and the 12th of May 2024. He was arrested on the 13th of May the same year, and he'll be appearing at Oxford Magistrates Court tomorrow. So any more on that, we will get it to you. And we do have some
new... It's playing over. While it was playing, I searched who the hell is he. So there's his face here. British aristocrat with tie to Churchill faces choking charge. All right. Next tweet, and this is my last one. This is in the US. Next one. Now, this has to do with Fani Willis. Fani Willis is the one, was it in who charged Trump for the interference of 2020 election, where it was recorded that whatever he was talking about, he wanted certain amount of votes. All right, so that's her. Okay, Fani Willis, I'm not Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's the caption. 29 seconds.
You all want to intimidate.
Okay, Fani Willis. Okay, same thing as me. Oops.
You all want to intimidate people from doing the right thing, and you think that you're going to intimidate me. You all have been trying to intimidate me for 5 years, which is why I have not been able to live in my house for 5 years, because the N-word has been written on my house. Thousands of threats have come to my office, and instead of doing some legislation, when someone when someone says something inflammatory that you know is going to cause them to be the victims of crime, you ought to do something about it. But you see, I'm not Marjorie Taylor Greene. I ain't gonna quit in a month because somebody threatens me. I took an oath to do the right thing. People came into my community and committed a crime, and I indicted them. And rest assured, if someone else comes in my community and commits a crime, I will indict them again.
There it is. Okay, black women are the one who's holding people accountable in the US. The others, they just want to create chaos. For some people who probably, forget what's really happening within the US, we just seeing the chaos with ICE doing their thing and stuff like that. A black woman, okay, for doing the right thing, they're going after her. Okay, straight up. They really don't know who they are messing with. She doesn't give a shit. I like that picture. Bullseye or snap. Talk to talk, but she will end up in jail. Well, we shall see. You can't just put people in jail. Look at Trump, who tried to do... Who did he try in New York? The same thing. What's her name? Oh my God. Let me pause and go look for it. Before I do that, let me read the comments. Okay, yeah, the same way Comey. There it is. I have a feeling it probably gonna be here. Yeah, the same way Comey and James are in jail, right, clown? Okay, when the only way she will go to jail if they do things illegally and try to, manipulate the system for her to go in jail. Okay, for some of you who have not paid attention, even though I don't really dedicate too much of my time in this, but occasionally I take a peek here where Comey and James, Trump made them attorney general to charge them for whatever reason, okay, and then they fought back. What is it? The person who Trump, I guess, forced to indict James Comey and Letitia James, I think that was in New York, because Letitia James went after Trump. So Trump wants to put them in jail. But what they found out, the person who tried to indict them wasn't properly in the position to do that job. And the case was dismissed. Okay, for both of them. Let me go look it up. This is what I wrote. What happened to Comey and James? Okay, federal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James were recently dismissed by a federal judge in November 2025 because the Trump appointed prosecutor Lindsay Halligan, who brought the charges, was deemed unlawfully appointed, violating the Constitution's appointment clause. The cases were tossed without prejudice, meaning the Trump administration could try to refile them with a properly appointed prosecutor, though the government has faced setbacks in securing indictment against James. They have nothing to go by. They were following the rule of law. It's just that because they went after him, he wants them in jail. All right, so you could go look and read more about that, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, there are other prosecutors who were legally, put in the position that they are in. Trump tried to make them go after Comey and James, Letitia James, and they refused. Okay, the ones that were properly went to did all the process to have the job, the position that they are in, they don't want to prosecute or go after the former FBI and Letitia James, Comey and James. Okay, but once he appointed somebody without going through the proper, I guess they had to go to Senate, ask them question, and then the Senate had to vote to see if they could take the position. They never did that. The one that went after Letitia and Comey never went through all the process. Yeah, they have to go to the Senate to be confirmed before they could get the position. So the one who went after Comey and Letitia never did that process, go to the Senate, be asked questions and do all of that, and then the Senate had to confirm them. That person did not do that. So Trump appointed that person there, and then that's the one that went after them. But the ones that were confirmed by the Senate, they didn't want to do Trump's bidding, okay, to go after Comey and Letitia James. So keep that in mind. So even though the what do you call this? The federal judge who tossed it said that they could bring the case back again, but I don't think anybody wants to touch that because both of them, the former FBI and the Letitia James, were following the rule of law to indict Trump. Okay, so that's what I got out of that. Okay, so that's that. I don't want to go too much into politics. It's already 34 minutes here. Okay. All right. So I decided to add this to the video. Okay. This has to be the stupidest thing I've heard yet. A Latino for Trump woman is blaming the black community for Latinos being in ICE detention centers. This woman is out of her mind and shows exactly who these Latinos for Trump really are. Okay. So let's listen. It's 3 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm just going to focus on my response after we listen to it.
They are being starved. They are thirsty, only given 1 cup of water per day. Are denied bathroom privileges. Are denied medical attention. People in ICE concentration camps are losing their lives. And don't even think about saying fatful. Fuck around and find out to these people in ICE detention centers. It is a shame that members of the black community started the trend. And so many other people followed. This is an updated voting poll.
Updated.
Brown people voted for Kamala Harris more. But you fall for the colonizers' divisive tactics, the inaccurate voting polls, the initial propaganda. It is immature and immoral to be centering that type of behavior in response to a community that is being mass deported, imprisoned in concentration camps, and tossed out of the country to who knows where without any rights or contact to any lawyer or family. When we should be focused on solidarity, and this has to stop immediately, especially those of you who claim to be activists perpetuating this FAFOBS nonsense.
Shouts out to Aaliyah, because this is where it was on her page when I first saw this lady, this Mexican lady. And then I went to her page and she doubled down and literally said that they helped us during the Civil War, which is a lie. And the Mexicans helped free the slaves. First of all, Mexico had slavery themselves that wasn't abolished until 1829 or 1830 or something, somewhere around there. And the president that abolished slavery in Mexico was Afro-Indigenous. I don't know why they keep leaving that part out. He looked more like a negro than he looked like. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And when we were down there, we was fighting beside them. We was helping to protect their borders. They conveniently leave that out. All this civil rights, nobody was not fighting with us for civil rights. It's a lie and a scam, not as a collective. And they know a lot of them are anti-black. It is so crazy that they keep blaming us. First of all, we've been saying fuck around and found out, just like we've been saying a whole bunch of other shit that they co-opt and steal and turn into something else. Fuck around and found out never really had no political meaning. That's just how black people talk. Bitch, fuck around and find out. That's how we talk. Why do they keep blaming us and censoring us when we are not the ones that's putting them in concentration camps? We do not yield, nor do we hold the power to deport them. They are focusing on the wrong people. Why y'all not mad at MAGA? Why y'all not sticking it to the white man? I mean, we just got to call it a spade a spade. It's so weird that the Mexican and the Latino community keeps coming for black people. It's because we're not putting our bodies, we're not sacrificing our bodies and going and running out and standing on the front lines. Is that what it is? Why they got so much animosity toward us like we're the ones that's doing this to them?
Look at that video that I just shared with you with Fani Mae. All right? She's doing her thing. The political way, the right way. Okay? But these Hispanics, I don't want to put all of them because there are some Hispanic who see the light. And I've said in past videos where all three branches of government is controlled by MAGAs. MAGAs. Trump get rid of whoever's not for him. Look at Rubio. Okay? A Hispanic. Doing the bidding for Trump. Let's continue.
We're not inflicting any pain on you. And as per Aaliyah's video, because I never saw that initial video, she played a video of a bald head clear guy coining fuck around and find out for political purposes. Once again, stealing our shit, renaming, reclassifying it, giving it a different meaning. We're not making fun of y'all like that. We really ain't. We don't give a... It's unfortunate. But stop blaming. You're pointing... You're
blaming the wrong group. And during Trump's first presidency, okay, they were putting those Hispanic people, kids, in cages. That alone should have told them not to vote for Trump, but they went and voted for him in full mass. So where's my comment here? There's me here. Meanwhile, MAGAs high-fiving each other because the focus is not on them at all. Okay? She should gather her community and go break their people out of ICE facility then. All right? Like I've said in another video, when ICE was in California, you know, grabbing Hispanics on the street and things like that, what they were doing, use a phone, recording, and don't do anything. Don't fight back. ICE went to New York and Brooklyn, tried to grab Haitian. What did the Haitian do? They fought back. Oh my goodness. And this is just full-blown stupidity here. Your focus is completely on the wrong people. Who's in office right now? Okay, let's ask Google this. Which, even though I know the answer, which, all right, govern with an N, government. This is what I asked Google. Which political party in the United States of America control the federal government? Let's see. MAGAs. Republican, they're gonna say. Okay. As of December 2025, the Republican Party controlled the entire federal government, okay, of the United States, holding the presidency, the Senate, the House of Representatives. This is referred as a trifecta. The Trump people control everything. When I know before you get your citizenship, they make you study the government system. When you go to the meeting, they ask you questions, certain things and things like that. But I think it should go deeper than that, because it seems like these people, they do not understand how the political system in the United States works. My guys, I've been saying this. I knew the answer, but I went to ask Google to confirm it again. It's the Trump people that control the entire government system. And I've said in past video, for people who's outside of the US, when you see things are not going accordingly, or the pushback, because the other party, which is Democratic Party, they're trying to do it legally. Because if they do things illegally, like Trump does, the MAGAs do, what they're gonna do is that that's when they will use the law against the Democrats to say, oh, you break the law, so therefore this cannot, you know, they have the megaphone to scream foul, even though they themselves are doing it wrong. So the other political party is trying to do it the right way, the legal way, the way it's on the books and the books. So when they do catch them, if they eventually do, so there won't be any error to throw the case out. Okay, like I showed you a few minutes ago, I think if I move back, about James Comey. Okay, so Trump bring his people, appoint someone illegally, not in the right way, and then he tried to go after the two people that went after him legally, and the court tossed the case out because Trump did it illegally. So people need to pay attention. But anyway, that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I have some more things to do, videos to do about Haiti. I just haven't had time. Yeah.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.